Welcome back to another video of the Indian Motor Drive. Today we're going to do a bit of gun cleaning, gun maintenance. I'm going to talk about how to take care of your gun so that you can keep it clean, so that your gun is accurate. The things that you need to clean your gun: if you have a bipod, that is perfect so that you can keep the gun on a safe position. Otherwise, if you have a rifle rest, a rifle bag, that works well too. So apart from the gun, the rifle rest or the bipod, the things that you need to clean your gun are pretty simple. So in this video, I'm going to stick to cleaning a Pressy holes PCP, that is PX100 Achilles. So for here, we need a normal Allen key, either the one that comes with the gun or you can get one from any shop easily. You need an oil. Any oil that keeps moisture out of things works perfect for gun cleaning, and a few pieces of cotton clothes. So it will be best if you can get white cotton clothes, just to see how much dust and how much dirt was on your gun, just to get an idea of what you're doing to your gun. In my case, I'm just going to do a dry run as of today because my gun is just out of servicing and it does not need much cleaning as of now. I'm going to start with a barrel cleaning. To do the barrel cleaning, we don't need a pull through or anything like that. We don't need a bore snake. What we are going to do is we're going to make the best out of the things that we have laying around the house. So I've taken probably a little more than double the length of my barrel here of nylon fishing line. So this is the thing that we're going to use to clean the gun barrel. Apart from that, we will also need a few pieces of cloth that you cut off from old waste cotton clothes. So you're gonna have to keep your rifle cocked all the time so that you have access to the breech. You're gonna have the safety on all the time. So I'm gonna quickly cock my gun here, and safety is on. Usually when there is a shrouded barrel in the rifle that you're cleaning, you will need a straw. You'll need the help of a straw to get this line through the barrel out of the breech. But in this case, I have done this before, I don't require a straw, so I'm going to just quickly push this. So basically what we're going to do is we're going to take the loop which we have folded using the fishing line. We're going to put this loop into the barrel here through the front end. We're going to push it in, we're going to thread it nicely until we can see the other end coming out of the breech. As you can see, we've got the loop through the breech. Now what we are going to do is take the cloth that we have cut up, the cotton cloth, we're going to place it on the loop like this, and we're going to pull it through. So I've seen people using WD-40 during this process. They soak up this cloth with WD-40. There's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing wrong with even not cleaning your barrel. If you feel that your accuracy is off, even though your sight or your scope is zeroed in perfectly, that's when you need to clean your barrel, because it could be because of the lead deposit in your barrel because of shooting cheap pellets. What we're going to do is we're going to run this cloth through the barrel with the help of the nylon fishing line that we used just now. So you can actually feel it rifling through the barrel as and when it's coming out. So that's basically what you do to clean your barrel. Once you have run it through with any sort of alcohol, any sort of cleaning agent, you also have to make sure it's dry, because once it's dried up inside the barrel, the WD-40 or any kind of solvent that you're using to clean the barrel, once it's dried up, it can actually do a lot of harm as opposed to being helpful for your barrel. So after your barrel cleaning is done, always make sure your gun is in cock position now. You have to decock it. So what we have to basically do is, it's not loaded with the pellet. So I point it away at a safer direction, turn the safety off, and I take that dry shot so that it's unloaded. Now we are going to oil the gun and wipe it down properly, just to make sure that it does not catch rust. Moisture is a real villain when it comes to gun keeping. So if you're storing your gun without shooting for a couple of days, if there is moisture in the room that you're keeping your gun, there's a chance of rust getting on your barrel, getting on the metal parts of the action as well. So what we're going to do basically is we're going to take the Allen key, we're going to remove the action, the cylinder and the barrel from the stock. We're going to keep the stock away for now, and we're going to take a cloth and wipe it down. So let's quickly disassemble the gun from the stock. As you can see, it's a pretty simple setup of pressing hold PCP, the action, the air cylinder and the barrel. I'm going to keep it safe here. For this part, what we need is another piece of clean cotton cloth so that we can take the oil, we can soak it up a little bit with a bit of oil, and what we're going to do is basically wipe it down. I'm going to keep the gun like this without putting much pressure on the peep sight, and I'm going to start wiping down the barrel with a bit of oil, just enough to keep the moisture out. I don't want the oil getting into the O-rings, getting into the valves, because oil, as you know, penetrates really well through these small tight gaps. I don't want to damage the O-rings when I'm doing this. So I have been cleaning my gun like this ever since I bought it. So I never had a problem with my gun, even with accuracy, even with rust. I never had a problem with my barrel or any part of my gun catching rust. So after you carefully wipe it down, so now once your gun is oiled down, once your gun is wiped down pretty clean, what you have to do is you have to place it back on the stock, you have to tighten it, and we'll talk about how to keep your rifle stored right after that. So that's how you clean your gun, that's how you clean your barrel. Well, if you ask me what's the use of doing this, even if you don't clean your gun barrel, there's nothing wrong with it. Most of the Olympic shooters, they don't ever clean their barrel because they don't really need to, because they shoot really good pellets. Only if you shoot cheap pellets, if you switch and play with cheap pellets which has really soft lead, only then you will need to clean your barrel every now and then. By doing this, I have made sure that my gun was service free for 3 years from the date of purchase, which is a great thing if you ask me, because the aim is to keep this hobby as inexpensive as we can, right? So that we can spend that money on a good set of pellets, we can spend that money on a second rifle if you want, you can spend that money on a lot of different useful things. So that's how you clean your rifle. I'll be back with another shooting video very soon. Until then, stay tuned.